Hey guys, how's it going, man? Welcome to another Sixers talk after the season. Man, I'm getting mad already, but I'm here with my guy Romp, one of the best Sixers content creators in the business. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? I'm a little depressed with how the season ended, but I'm excited to be on here.
Yeah, man, me too. But before we get into like the Sixers, we'll give each other a headache. We just got to talk about King of the Fourth Quarter. I know he reacted to your video, and
Oh
I just
yeah,
want to know like what was going through your mind when he reacted to your video, bro.
I was just like, dang, that's sick because he's like one of the pioneers of the 2K and just NBA community as a whole. And I think he's one of the creators who does it right. He doesn't really, slander any players or anything like that. He kind of just you could tell he really appreciates basketball. So it's just cool to see one of those creators that you like look up to react to one of your videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you must have been like, "Holy shit, what?" Because I tweeted it out. I tweeted it to him.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. He probably saw you tweeted, so thank you for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, how much recognition did you get? Like, you probably gained a lot of subs from that.
Yeah, I got like probably like 500 subs from that
Shit.
just from his. I mean, I definitely got a boost. I forget it was like last year though, so it
Yeah,
helped out, man. I
bro. I
appreciate him.
mean, seriously. So let's get right into it. Game six, the worst game of them all. And dude, I was getting so angry because each time when I streamed the game we lost, I did not stream game six and we got blown out. So either way, like, bruh, makes
Yeah,
no
you,
sense. So give me your thoughts about Doc Rivers staying.
I think it's a terrible move. He's just not good. Like you could tell the players aren't responding to him. He's like fight, 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 and the players are laughing at him, like not even listening to him. His offensive system is terrible. I mean, what is our identity on offense? Pray Embiid goes Superman mode. Like everything else is just stand and watch Joel Embiid and James Harden dribble. And I think James Harden coming into the offense mid-season and just kind of taking over shows like the lack of leadership and just like no having no plan outside of Joel Embiid and star James Harden.
We're going to talk about that for sure. But Doc, what really bothers me about Doc is his arrogance.
Oh
You've
yeah,
seen him in the press conference, you've seen him like yell at the media and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is our head coach. Like, I know Brett Brown was bad, but he didn't do anything like this. Like, Doc Rivers really is a SOB.
yeah. He's disrespectful to the media. He thinks he's better than he actually is. And he just makes a bunch of excuses. He's like, winning's too hard. It's like you hear what he said yesterday? He was like, winning is hard, Keith. Something like that. I was like,
Bro,
dude,
like,
that's such a loser mentality.
it's not just that. It's like, bro, every coach goes through the same exact thing. It's
Yep.
like you're not on this pedestal. Back in '08, you had a super team. Like you had
Mhm.
all those guys, and it's like, what have you done since then besides blowing most leads?
Yeah, Doc, we got to get him out of here.
It's
Get
not.
him out.
It's not gonna happen. I mean, do you think Maury actually wants him to stay, or is that more like a Josh Harris thing?
I think the higher powers want Doc Rivers to stay because they paid all that money for him, and
Yeah,
and they have no clue who to go to next. So I feel like I don't think Maury likes him. There's no way. And if Maury does in fact like him, then we're even more screwed because he's dumb.
yeah. I mean, Maury. I really feel like Maury wants Mike D'Antoni. Like I could see it in him because Doc Rivers was here before he even got there. So for me, it's just like if we get D'Antoni, bro, our defense is done. Like our defense was basically done already with basically our bench. So it's just like, what else is there to do?
Yeah, I mean, if we get D'Antoni, I don't want D'Antoni. I would rather just get someone like we don't even know, and hopefully he turns into like the next Nick Nurse,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sick of hiring guys based on their past. Like we hired Doc Rivers just because he has a resume, and that's what the guys up top do, though. You know, Josh Harris, they have no clue what they're doing, so they just look at the media, they look at what Philly sports talk is saying, and they just go with the popular choice to appease us for that period of time, rather than actually, thinking about it and making the correct move. Like they're never going to go out and make a ballsy move and sign a dude you don't know. That's what I've noticed from this front office, in my
Bro.
opinion.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we haven't done anything since 2001. And, dude, the Kings have been in Western Conference Finals since '02. And I'm
Damn.
like, yeah,
The Kings,
the Kings, yes. '02.
I always say without Joel Embiid, we would be the Sacramento Kings of the East, but
I think we are.
I guess we're not even that great.
Yeah. I was watching Greg Melly's video and I looked it up. I was like, bruh, what? There's no freaking way.
We
Like,
might be the Bobcats of the
oh my
East.
God. Not even that. I mean, look where their franchise is now. They're going in the right direction. Michael Jordan's actually
yeah,
doing something there. But I'll give you guys Julius
the
Randle.
Bobcats.
I'll take Rand. I mean, what else do we got to lose right now? Like, seriously. Doc Rivers is saying, guys, I know it's stupid. He is, but they could be lying. My dad was like, yeah, it's early, Mitch. It's early. Like, they just had to say that kind of stuff. But when we fired Brett Brown, wasn't it like right away? Like, as soon as the season was
Yeah.
done, and boom. So for me, it's just like it could be anyway. The Kings are garbage, but look, they traded. Why would you give away Halliburton? That's my question. I'm like, bro, that makes
Why did
no.
we trade for Halliburton?
Bro, we could have had Halliburton and Heal. That's the one trade I wanted.
Yeah, I
Either
wouldn't
Malcolm
be.
Brogdon in the first, I would have done that. People are
Yeah.
like, no, like when we got screwed, pretty much. And James Harden is just he's a fraud. I just can't stand him now. Like people are saying we shouldn't even done the trade. Just let Ben Simmons sit on his ass and like
I mean,
take his money.
hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, Thunder. Yep, they have. The Thunder has. The Kings have been in the playoffs in 11 years. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Kings are. Yep. That's basically everything right there.
We are the Kings, man. We're the Kings.
Yeah, you have to give up Maxi and
I don't
no,
think
I don't.
so. I don't think
No,
so.
we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't at all. So there's like no
No,
Benson. No, no.
they gave up Halliburton for Demonis Sabonis, so they would have took Simmons and we would have got more in return.
Yeah,
That's what Morey messed up on. He could have got a bunch of players for Ben Simmons, not just giving up our players and picks for one guy who was obviously showing signs that he was a aging superstar. Like this ain't anything new. Like in Brooklyn, he was playing like trash. I remember against the Kings, he had like 5 points. And it was like a
mhm.
week before the trade deadline. And I was saying, oh, I don't want that dude. But then I fell into the hype because I didn't want to be a negative Nelly because like that wouldn't have been fun. You know?
I mean, someone's got to be. Look at Eastwood in the beginning, like with the Firebird Brown. That's basically what happens. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
he played well in the beginning, man. He showed signs of, elite playmaking, but he never really showed signs of hitting consistently that step back jumper, and that's what really made him to a superstar and getting to the foul line. That kind of just went away.
Yeah, yes, sir. Hit that like button. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. But look, when we traded for James Harden, I was screaming because we got rid of Ben Simmons. Like that was the
Yeah.
main reason I just wanted him out of here. And it's just like now I don't know. Do you really think that we're gonna keep Harden on a long-term deal?
I hope not.
I
I
don't
mean,
either. But
I hate his brand of basketball. To be honest, like it's not even. I would rather just give Maxey all the opportunity in the world and hope he develops as a point guard because I feel like next year he's going to be even better with how hard he works. So if you bring back Harden, it's like you got to trust Harden to work hard. And
Mhm.
like I don't think he has. I don't think he wants to be honest. Like, why would he? He already is a superstar. He already made all that money. It's just it would be interesting to see. So we just gotta trust that Harden, wants to be great again, which is a big what if considering who Harden is.
Yeah. I mean, is it really his hamstring, or could it be a mental thing? Or could it be like one of the coaches like, dude, you gotta take a step back? It could be many ways. It could be many.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Chris Paul had that hamstring injury, and then he kind of struggled, like for a year and a half. I remember someone saying when he was with
Mhm.
the Thunder, but he really didn't struggle with the Thunder. He just wasn't, as good as he was with the Suns, but he was still a quality player, and he led that team to the playoffs when no one really thought they would make the playoffs. My thing with James Harden is even if he does come back, I don't think he's going to be ever as good as Houston Harden. But Harden only knows one way to play, and that's have the ball in his hands for every possession. So, and we've seen there is a ceiling on that offense. He hasn't made it past the conference finals. I know he played the Warriors, but he's not going to be as good as he was in Houston. So there's a cap of, give James Harden the ball and just make him do everything. That's what I'm afraid of. I feel like it's just not going to win you a championship, even if he does come back and is better than he was last year.
If he's better than last year, I'm like, okay, but can we see this in the playoffs, please?
Exactly.
That's what I'm concerned about because all these Nets fans are coming at me with like, "Don't worry, Harden's going to screw you over. Harden's going to screw you over," and I'm like, "There's no way. Your guy doesn't even play now." And it was just like, "What do you know that they were right?" I
And
mean,
then,
but yeah.
sorry, and then defensively, it's like Maxey and Harden backcourt. You're asking to just get destroyed defensively.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He got both. Yep. That's just, oh my God. I remember I was at the Sixers and Rockets game years ago, right? That corner three. I was like right there, Eric Gordon. And then I was like, bro, there's no way James Harden is going to be this good for this long. And then the next time we played, I was there and Embiid blocked Harden and sent him out there. And I'm like, now we got him. Now it's just like, I don't want him.
You don't want him. You're completely out on Harden.
I am now. Like, yeah, you see him on defense. It's like not
Oh,
even there.
It's disturbing to
You
watch,
see
man.
them on defense, like you see them on both sides. So, yeah, and when Danny Green got injured, prayers up to him. Torn
Yeah.
LCL, ACL. His career's done.
Oh yeah.
His career's done. Once that happened, I knew we were gonna lose.
Yeah, it's sad for Danny Green how much he meant to this team, but like that was the one guy James Harden always found open, and he hit shots, and everyone else, kind of inconsistent. So shout out to Danny Green. He played very well in the playoffs, besides a
Yeah.
couple games, but he hit a bunch of huge shots for us at
Hmm.
his age, especially.
Yeah. Remember when he wasn't there against the Hawks? And it's like I didn't
Yeah,
think we missed Danny Green that much. I didn't
yeah. I
think
was
that at
like,
all. That's just basically what role players are supposed to do. Step up when other players are not. And did our bench do that? Nope. Like Niang? No.
uh,
Corkbonds? No. But bro,
honestly, I don't think it's as much as Danny Green's out. I just think it's as much as we got to see more Matisse Thybulle, and then we got to see more of the other role players, and the other role players are very very bad. So yeah, it just shows how bad the roster was constructed in terms of complementary players. That Danny Green is like one of your best shot makers. Oh man, that's infuriating to say out loud.
bro, it makes no sense. And just the rotations alone, that's another thing I'm just mad at. Like Paul Reed doesn't even play like 97, like 80, like the whole season, and then he comes in and like has no experience. Like, what do you want the kid to do?
Yep, and he's playing. I feel like he's playing out of position. He's not a NBA center. Like he can play a center for stretches, but that dude's gonna get bullied against Bam Adebayo types. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Sixers should develop him into a power forward. Play him next to Embiid. I mean, Embiid has played next to Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, bunch of non-shooters. So spacing should not be an issue with Embiid because he's played with non-shooters.
Mhm.
So because if you put Paul Reed on the floor with Embiid, that's two elite rim protectors on the court. But the
Yeah.
Sixers, I do not trust them in seeing Paul Reed as a four because they're stupid. They probably see him as a five, and he's never going to play with Embiid, even though he is one of the only guys with like an unlimited motor who will hustle 24/7. The fact that he played 4 minutes in an elimination game and he's the only guy who is willing to dive on the floor consistently and go for every rebound is very embarrassing.
Yeah. Doc didn't let Miles Powell develop. He's a good ball handler and a solid shooter. I mean, Doc doesn't let a lot of players develop. Not just like it's ridiculous. It really is. Why wouldn't the other coaches step up and actually talk to Doc? Like Dan Burke,
I don't
he
know.
coached 2 games, won both. Isaiah Joe played. Paul Reed played. Sam Cassell's got pretty much a good IQ. Like it's common sense here. It just makes no freaking. I can't stand this. I can't. So you and I were talking. You wanted Jay Wright. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's not going to happen, but we need a guy who's going to come in and change the culture. We need a culture. We
Yeah.
need that. We need a heat. We need a corny heat culture. As much as people make fun of the Heat for that, that's what we need here, but we're not going to have it because the people all the way up top, they have no clue what they're doing. So even if we fire, Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey, they're not going to hire the right people. They need to sell the team. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. Right. It's just, that's not gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah,
wait. He says no. He's going in with Magic Johnson to buy the Denver Broncos.
go to football, bro.
He's doing football now. I think he owns the Devils too. I think he
Yeah,
owns
I'm pretty
hockey,
sure.
something like that. But
All
it's
they
just
care
like,
about is the money. We got to stop going to games. I know that probably won't, but like
can we start?
I'm not. We should not support this Doc Rivers stuff. Like we should not go to the games.
Yeah.
Boo intensely. Doc Rivers should be gone. Like he blew the Hawks series by incompetent lineups. And then in this series, he played DeAndre Jordan and was pretty much, let's just gift wrap 2 victories to the Miami Heat by playing DeAndre Jordan because we were up by 1 point at halftime in game one. And it was because a lineup that was not that did not have DeAndre Jordan in it. And then the second half, Doc Rivers did not go back to that lineup at all. So it's like we could have stole the game without Joel Embiid with how the Heat were playing. But since Doc Rivers played DeAndre Jordan, we had no chance. And then fast forward to game 6 where he's like, fight, fight, fight. Players aren't responding. I mean, how do these guys not watch that and be like, yeah, he's a terrible coach. The players don't respond to him. He's got to go. It's that plain and simple.
Yeah, he was on verge of retiring too.
Yeah.
Like he was just about to retire.
And the Sixers were like, yo, let's give him all the money in the world. And Doc was like, oh, that's too much to pass up. I got to. It's like, dude, the dude's 60 years old. Just retire, bro. He's got a net worth of 60 million. He don't need the money. Just retire, bro. Please, he's making us suffer.
Now, when we got Doc Rivers, were you a fan of that when we got him? Because I was.
I
weren't?
I was like 50-50. I wasn't as high on him as other people were. I thought he would hold our players accountable, so I was excited for that. But like scheme wise, and after seeing how he blew the lead with the Clippers, I was like, I thought it was more of like let's get Doc Rivers to make the fans happy, like I said earlier.
Well, that didn't work because you saw the thing with the Clippers, what happened there. It's just like people are there's actually some people out there that still support this guy. I can't stand Twitter. I can't stand Twitter, but it's just like it is what it is. Twitter's ruining the game by
Oh
far.
yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
I've been watching like a bunch of the playoffs, like Celtics, Bucks, everything. And I'm watching these games, like the plays, the shooting, and stuff like that. And I'm like, the Sixers will never be that. There's no way that they'll ever compete with these teams. There's
It
no
looks like
way.
a different sport. It looks like a different sport.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Tatum dropped like 46 points, and Giannis was going back and forth with him. I'm like, can that happen? No. It's just like, bro, it makes no freaking sense how bad this organization is.
Yeah, we would have got blown out by both Boston and the Bucks. So it's kind of good that we lost early just to get it over with. And it should have been fire Doc Rivers by now, but I guess
Hmm.
we're running it back with a unit that hasn't gotten past the second round. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. I can't stand everything about this team. It's just freaking, dude. Remember the process years? Like I thought we were done with that.
I mean, I think we're closer to a rebuild than a lot of people realize if we fail next season.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine if we actually drafted right? Can you imagine that?
We would be
If
the
we got,
Grizzlies.
huh?
We would be like the Grizzlies.
I mean, if we had Tatum, if we kept Bridges and stuff like that. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
like, can you imagine
dude.
Tatum and Embiid if
Oh
that
man,
happened?
because the Grizzlies weren't really supposed to be the 2 seed this year. They just drafted really well, and their guys are still super young. I mean, they won a game without John Moran against the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So that just goes to show how good they drafted.
Lonnie Walker would be a good signing. Yeah, I could see that,
I'll
dude.
take that.
The Phoenix. Oh my God,
Oh,
he
Iverson, man, the most
Iverson
depressing
Lodge.
Suns fan on earth.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. The Suns still got it. If they lose this, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm like,
I
really?
picked the I picked the Mavs to win in 7, but
Oh,
I mean,
really?
if
Wow.
the Suns play their game, they should win. I mean, they're unstoppable when they're on their game. It's just that they're kind of playing like babies for some reason and kind of choking. They were my other friend said it reminds him of the Hawks and Sixers series last year,
Yeah.
where they're just missing shots they usually make and kind of choking.
Yeah. I mean, is that what we're known for now? Basically
Oh yeah,
choking. That's
oh
basically
yeah,
what we're known now, right?
yeah.
Freaking
We're choking.
yeah.
We're embarrassing. We're the laughing stock of the league, to
Mm-hmm.
be honest.
Yeah. And there's actually people, my friends, that sent me this of Michael Rappaport telling James Harden to shave his beard.
No, please don't shave your beard, dude. You ever seen without a beard? That dude's ugly.
I'm
And now
still ugly,
he's still he
dude.
needs to get skinny. He needs to hire a dietitian or whatever.
Yeah. Like, he's doing everything he can to get his own way. Like,
Mhm.
everything he can. People are telling me that it was intentional to how bad he was playing. Like, I can,
Yeah,
I can honestly see that. I can
I
honestly.
mean, did you see him going for rebounds? I didn't.
How did he get more rebounds than Embiid that one game?
Dude, the sad thing is, like, they played such a good first half in Game 6. Like, they were hustling, but they were down by 1 point. And I was like, yeah, we're screwed because we played a good first half in Game 6, in my opinion, while the Heat were playing a terrible first half, and we still weren't winning. That's when I knew it was the end. I think the players, like, recognized that, and they kind of got mentally defeated. and then it just carried over.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
we had a chance, like we were missing layups. Oh, how many in and outs did we get?
Oh my
Like
God.
that's when I knew it wasn't meant to be because we were getting so many in and outs. I was like, yeah, we're cursed. And Tobias Harris was back to himself, missing wide open threes. He had like 2 threes that could have shifted the momentum, got us like a 6-point lead, brick. So we weren't. And then on the other end, Gabe Vincent hit like a contested midi. Max Struess was
He was like Curry. He was
looking like
basically
an all
Curry.
star.
He was
Division II player, undrafted. The Heat find him, and he's starting in the conference finals now. Wow.
Oh my God. But it's just like, bruh. I mean, would you trade Thibault at this point?
Oh please. Oh man, he shouldn't even been playing. I'd rather 40 minutes of Furcon than anything at Thibault, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember it was like in the lower corner, wide open. Brick. I'm like, ugh.
Thibault.
Yeah.
You see what Doc Rivers was saying about him yesterday in the press conference?
We're going in and out. I had to go to work.
Well, he was basically saying how they're patient with Thibault because he's putting in the work. And they were kind of making excuses for him.
I mean, the whole thing's happened because he didn't get the vaccine. If he got that second one, I feel like he could have been fine.
Maybe. Yeah, he kind of got in his head after that, but I mean, even it was kind of a blessing that he couldn't play against the Raptors because they did not even guard Matisse Thybulle.
I guess it was automatic. I can't. I mean, his offense is getting worse. This is an offense-driven league. If you can't make buckets, you can't do anything. Look at Seth Curry against the Hawks. He was scoring like 20 or 30, keeping us in the game. He was getting scored on by 30. So it's just like, you got to take what you can get.
Max Strus ended our season and Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Remember Kevin Huerter went like 36 points or something crazy?
Yeah.
We're cursed.
I mean, honestly, remember when Curry went into our locker room after the game? He was there. Like, he went into the locker room and everything. Really.
Oh my God. Imagine James Harden, Maxey, and Seth Curry on defense.
Can you imagine if we still had Drummond?
Rebounding, man.
Yeah, but look, Drummond, it's just, I don't know. I like his rebounding. I can see him coming back, but it's just like, he's better than DeAndre Jordan. I'm just putting that out there.
I think you got to just play Bassey next year.
Yeah, didn't he say in a press conference that Bassey was NBA ready?
Yeah, and he played well when he got time. It's just that Doc Rivers didn't give him time. It's crazy.
Yeah, just, I don't know. Heat's culture is elite. That's why they have a bunch of underdogs on that team. They have 3 undrafted players. 2 of them went D2 and D3. Duncan Robinson didn't even play. Duncan Robinson, who got paid like the big bucks.
You think that ever would happen on the Sixers? Heck no.
Oh, hell no.
If we paid someone, they have to play.
Yep. Milton was stepping up at least. Milton was. Maxey was playing with his heart. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Maxey gave it his all.
Yeah. And Maxey wants to go back into the gym, and Doc was like, no. Doc was like, no, take a break.
Doc was like, I want to go play golf. Please stop calling me.
If Duncan Robinson
collect my paycheck.
Yeah. If Duncan Robinson's bums, he can still shoot the 3. That's better than our whole bench. He's better than our whole bench at shooting.
George Niang had one of the worst playoffs I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, he was our best shooter throughout the whole season, and then now it's just like, what the hell?
Is he coming back? What's his contract? Was it a 1-year deal? Please tell me it was a 1-year deal.
I think it is. Hold on.
I like Niang, but he's not a playoff player, unfortunately.
He's not. Neither is 2000. He's got one more year. 22 to 23.
If maybe if we get
3.4
some,
3.46 mil.
I mean, I think if we get other defenders, better players, you could put him out there and he would be much better. But with this unit that we had, he got destroyed.
I'll tell you what, you're getting 50 piece by Zion. You're a Pelicans fan. What have they done? Duncan Robinson's one good thing in the playoffs game one again. Yep. But he's the best shooter. He's one of the best shooters. It's just ridiculous. That's how deep this Miami Heat is. I had them going to the finals. I still do. I have them against the
Heat
Suns.
go to the finals?
I have the Heat going to the finals against the Suns.
I had the Celtics and Suns.
Well, wait, I thought you had Mavs in 7.
No, originally I had the Celtics and Suns, but as I watched the series, once they won 2 in Dallas, I was like, yeah. And just seeing how Luka just generates so many easy look. He's like prime James Harden, but better.
Yeah.
And a better playoff performer than prime James Harden. So I don't know, just Luka, he's hard to stop, man. He really is.
You want the Bucks to win it all? I mean, hey, Giannis can take on the whole team by himself.
Yeah,
Giannis. It's freaking ridiculous.
I think it's clear Giannis is the best player, and it's not even close.
Oh my God, yes, it's not even close.
He's the best player in the world right now. He's
if KD
wild.
was there, would you take KD over Giannis?
No, not prime KD probably, but not. I would take Giannis over KD right now just because of defense.
Mm-hmm.
And he can get to the rim better.
He can do dude, the Celtics were sending 4 or 5 players at him, and he goes in at ease. So slim. Oh my God! You know what's funny though? Giannis was the 15th pick. He worked on his game. He got stronger. He got a shot. Sounds familiar? We had a guy who didn't even do anything.
Ben Simmons, baby.
He might He might get traded to the Hawks.
Probably.
There's a rumor.
We chose Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler, man.
Yeah, and people are saying, remember that Jimmy Butler thing when he was going back into the locker room? Tobias Harris over me. I'm like,
yeah, that wasn't
true. We took Ben Simmons over you, and Brett Brown, which makes me look like an idiot by just saying that.
He's Joe a troll, man.
Dude, would love Joe Ingles on his team.
He came off an ACL tear though, so
he did. Oh, right.
Yeah, so I don't think.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen now.
And he's slow, terrible defensively. So
all we need is we just need shooters and defenders, and we have no draft picks, right? Maybe one.
Supposedly we might if the Nets if the Nets don't want it for whatever reason. I don't know why they wouldn't want it. I guess more money. I don't know. But there's a rumor that we probably will have the pick this year.
Yeah. Y'all really want another
Daryl Morey? Do we trust Daryl Morey with that pick? Jaden Springer? Come on, man.
He did pick Maxey.
You could have picked Maxey if you're the GM. That was Kentucky dude falling. Come on now.
Yeah. Would TJ Warren get the job done? Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, I'll take him.
Yeah. TJ Warren, man, he'll be perfect. Mitch Hilton signed Gabe Guerrero to what? I never even heard of that guy.
It's Suns Valley podcast host.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't watch anything in the Suns except for Waters. That's the only thing.
We need TJ. We need a TJ Warren type of scorer next to Harden and Embiid.
Yeah.
Cam Reddish, maybe if the Knicks don't. I think they have an option on him. They could let him go or not. I would take Cam Reddish. I would take Lonnie Walker as well as that. Just a 6-man scorer off the bench. Oh, man, Lonnie Walker would be nice, but I don't think the Spurs would give him up.
Oh no, would Lonnie Walker's hair? They might give that up, but
He
anything
cut
else?
it. I think he got a buzz cut last year.
Oh, well, wow. But oh my god. So it looks like Korkmaz is staying. Looks like it.
Oh yeah, he signed like a 3-year deal last year, right?
Yeah, yeah. I used to be the biggest Korkmaz fan. Like
Me
anyone would
too.
tell you, I'm the biggest. I was. I
I'm
was.
I'm a Corkmon stan.
Oh yeah.
I gotta yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta defend his. Even when he's trash, I gotta defend him because it's a meme at this point.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, hopefully he could get stronger, like he said. But if you're relying on Cork Mods, I mean, your franchise is kind of screwed.
Yeah, I mean, Korkmaz was just like he had that energy, he had that shot sort of, but defense it was not there. So I'm like,
Yeah,
why am I so rooting for this guy? Like people would come at me, it was like, you really like Korkmaz? I'm like, yes, I did, I did. Give you guys D Rose. I'll honestly, I'll take
yeah.
anything.
I'll take D Rose. I'll
We
take
need
D Rose.
anything. We need
Honestly,
anything.
I'll take D Rose over James Harden. To be honest, I'm not even lying.
Oh wow. Okay, for like a 6 man, or I wouldn't start him.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't start him either. I just don't want James Harden on our team because our system is going to be dribble, 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 dribble,
Yeah,
dribble.
yeah. I want to see if Giannis can dominate the West. The East is pretty much weak. He pretty much
No, East is better, bro. In my
East got
opinion,
East got better. East really did get
bro.
better. But
Whoever wins the Celtics or Bucks is probably winning the championship.
real over the Suns and the Warriors or the Mavs.
Maybe the Suns have the best chance of beating them, but if the Suns beat the Mavs, I think they would beat the Warriors in 5. I don't think the Warriors are that great, to be honest.
We need wing defenders that can hit. I miss Covington so much, bro.
He couldn't dribble though. We need wing players who can dribble and not just shoot.
Dude,
I think that's a misconception. Like we have had shooters, we just don't have shooters that can do anything else but shoot. You know,
but Covington
like
is
what?
just like he was like that, like that. What is that?
Yeah, I love Covington. I would take Covington, but I'm just saying like we need more not one-dimensional players. Like what made Seth Curry so great? Like he could dribble and get to his spot. That's why CJ McCollum would have been Embiid's best fit, because if you think of players who have had career years with Joel Embiid, it's JJ Redick and Seth Curry, because Joel Embiid's really good at dribble handoffs. He's trash as a pick and roll player. That's not his forte. So if you got CJ McCollum, CJ probably would have been averaging like 25 to 30 a night.
Yep.
And the dribble handoff game between him and Embiid would have been a beautiful thing.
Now, a couple years ago, the place I worked at, we had Embiid, Horford, and Brand there. So we were having like our own little press conference, and one of them asked, "Would you guys want JJ Redick back?" Embiid was like nodding his head yes, and Ellen Brand was like, "I don't want to be called for tampering." I'm like, bro. And I got the privilege to talk to Embiid for like a good 5 minutes.
Damn.
And he's 7'3". I'm 5'5". So
That's
when
crazy.
I was looking up, he left, my neck got stuck. I'm like, okay. I couldn't move.
That's insane.
Yeah, we were just talking about Kansas, Sixers back in the day a couple years ago. JJ's the best. I would love him as our head coach.
Yeah.
Give me him as our head coach.
That's a good one. I like that.
Like, come on. I know he has his own podcast, First Take, where he destroys Stephen A every single time. But it's just like, give me Redick, man. Like,
I don't know. He's killing it. He's killing it in terms of media, so I don't think he would, to be honest. Sadly.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm right there with you. But it's just like one of those people that you want to have coach will not coach. It's just like, come on, give me something. JJ Redick over Doc. Yep. That's basically it. His IQ goes unmatched. It
What
goes
about what about Kenny Atkinson?
I mean, didn't he coach for the Nets at one point?
Yeah, but then Kyrie and KD forced him out because he was, and he's on the Warriors staff right now, which is good.
Right.
Anyone on the Warriors staff, I'll take.
Mm-hmm. I miss that 2018 Sixers bench. They had McConnell, Folk, Bellinelli, Silva. Yeah. I mean, dude, I miss
Dude,
those shooters.
I wish Fultz didn't get traded, man. I know he had to, but
Really?
I just
Wow. Because
I
I
think
wanted him
he's.
gone. I wanted him gone then.
I was always a fan of Fultz. I just think he got the Sixers curse, and like I think he was trying at least. And his interviews, he always says the fans were great to him, so I respect that about him. Plus, he's just. Do you watch that guy? Like his, oh man,
Yeah.
the way he finishes around the rim. I know he's never gonna have that shot, but oh my god, is we could use him just as a downhill scorer.
Yeah, he was Maxie is the guy that folks should have been.
Yep.
That's basically the way you look at it.
Yeah, but
And
the thing is, Fultz is like he's huge now and
yeah,
long. Like man,
he's injury prone now.
I think yeah, he's injury prone. I hope he. I think he's gonna have a breakout year next year, and I hope he does. Jonathan Simmons for Fultz is crazy.
Like, yeah, who would you rather have the folks trade if it wasn't for Maxi? What? Oh, it depends if what's his name? Muscala. If Mike Muscala did not hit that shot, we would not have gotten Maxi.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we didn't get Maxi. We got Maxi because of that pick, but
yeah.
I just wish Prime. I just want to see what a world would look like if Fultz didn't go through all those weird injuries.
How about Kemba as a backup point guard?
Too small.
He's too small, but he will take buckets. I need someone off the bench who can score.
I am sick of small players, as you can tell.
That is true.
I'm just sick of. I need athleticism, bro. Like you've been watching the playoffs. How athletic are these teams? Wildly athletic,
bro. It's just like we're so slow. It's not even funny.
Exactly.
It's so freaking bad, and I'm just like
rebounding. Our rebounding is embarrassingly bad. It was bad all season.
Yeah,
we were like 29th in the league.
How with the best player in the league?
Because we had no athletes and just a bunch of small guys with not big wingspans.
Go get Clarkson, bruh. We just need big men and stuff. So it's just like, are you paying attention to like this college or this draft class at all?
Not really.
Nah.
We don't have a pick, so
that is true. That is true. But I'm just like, I can't wait for the draft to be like, oh, the Sixers could use that guy.
Yeah. I mean, last year we had a chance to draft someone like Herb Jones.
Yep.
He went in the second round. We didn't draft him. We drafted Jaden Springer, who, in my opinion, was a terrible pick.
Oh,
but
wow.
He could be something. But
Jaden Springer could be something if Doc would give him the right.
It's just like Maxi and Jaden Springer just don't see that as a fit. Because Jaden Springer can't shoot or anything. Offensively.
Why do we get players that can't shoot? That's just my question.
I don't know.
If Doc developed Basley and Reed, we would have been all right. Yeah, like the Suns and the Heat. I think it's if we have a deep bench, we can make it to the finals this year. Every team has a playoff bench, has a good bench. Just like, remember when the Celtics got Derek White? I thought that was a steal. I was like, wow, they got him for basically nothing.
What would you do if Morey traded your boy Maxi, our boy Maxi, for Beal?
First of all, it's a free signing trade. I don't think Morey would do that because you see the whole thing with Harden when it went down. They wanted Maxi in the beginning, So he was like, "No, I would not do that. But if they do that, I would stop watching his team like forever. I would stop, which would be kind of hard because I've been through the process years. So it's just like that's kind of difficult for me to say. I mean, when you feel the same way,
Yeah, there's like rumors that Morey was trying to trade Maxey in a package for Lowry last year,
yeah,
but
I
the
remember that.
Raptors didn't want to do it because they wanted more. They wanted more than Maxey, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, Maxi is untouchable for me. He's only 21, Beal's 28. Imagine Maxi in 7 years. I'm like,
Yeah,
bruh.
I think Maxey's going to get stronger. I'm not worried about Maxey's defense. I think he plays very hard, and I
He
think
does.
he has good defensive games. It's just that he's small, so sometimes he can't help it. But
So,
having James Harden next to him is what is annoying
do
defensively.
do you think Maxi should have won Most Improved Player?
Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. Like, are you kidding me? He couldn't shoot a three in his rookie year,
Yeah,
and it should have been Jordan Poole or Maxey. John Morant, he was a #1 pick. I love Ja, but like everyone knew he was going to be a generational talent.
yeah. I'm like, he won Rookie of the Year. So, how can he like win Rookie of the Year and both? But then you look at Giannis, who actually won Most Improved. He won Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Finals MVP. We actually seen him grow in front of our own eyes. And we have Maxi, we're seeing him grow in front of our own eyes. And we have John Moran, who's already blossomed. Like, I can't stand these awards, bro. I just can't.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. I can tell you that in terms of
especially,
voting.
especially the MVP voting. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, you saw what happened to the Sixers when Embiid was playing like trash because of his injury. Like, we were screwed because our whole team is predicated on Joel Embiid playing like Superman.
Hmm. Yeah, that's basically it. The only thing that got it for Jokic was his 2,000 points, 1,000 boards, 5,000 or whatever it was, 500 assists. That's basically what they were looking at. It's just like
And
numbers.
that Jamal Murray and MPJ wasn't playing, so
Yeah,
the voters love that, and they love analytics. And Jokic's game is he's always gonna the advanced stats are always gonna favor him just because the way he plays. So
yeah.
I mean, it's just unfortunate how they vote nowadays, but it is what it is. You know, hopefully
Even
Embiid gets pissed off and works harder.
yeah, I'll be pissed right now. You need on. Yeah, we need young and athletic guys, and we have no draft picks. And it's just like, how does that make sense? You got to trade for like young players, like out of Wazoo, and they won't do it for Danny Green or any player we got on the bench. They won't do it.
I'll,
Obviously,
I can throw some free agents at you if you want me to, because I've been
go
looking
for it.
nonstop lately.
Oh, go
All
for
right.
it.
So keep in mind we have to keep it cheap and affordable because we have a cap situation and money situation, as you know.
Yeah.
So Juan Toscano Anderson, would you take him?
How much?
I don't know how much, but just like, would you take him?
Here's my thing about him, right? Can he shoot and defend? That's basically it when it comes down to that.
He can defend, and let me check his shooting. I think he's a fine shooter.
He's like decent from what I remember, but that's better than a
Um,
whole bench.
36% over his career. I'm not even going to tell you what his shooting percentage is this year from three.
Oh my god.
It was 32%. But
Yeah, I
over his
figured that.
career, he didn't
I'll take.
really. His minutes went down this year, so that's why his 3-point shooting went down. I would say.
I mean, obviously, if we get him, he will get right into our rotation. You would take out Korkmaz. You would take out hell. I'll even if we still had Isaiah Joe, I would play him. But yeah, I'll take this guy just for shooting and good defense. Give me it.
I got another one.
Go for it.
Nick Batum.
Nicholas Batum.
Mm-hmm.
How old is this guy? He's been in the
He's,
league for God knows how long.
he's 33 years old.
I thought he was older, honestly. But you know him; he's gonna want a bag. He's gonna want a bag. So for that money, I would not. If he wants a bag, no.
If he was affordable, though, would you take?
If it was affordable, I would take that 1,000%. But
this is a no-brainer right here. You ready?
Yeah.
The Martin twin from Charlotte.
Yeah. The hell?
That's an athlete.
Yes.
Those Martin twins. They're athletes.
Oh my God, yes. Give me that. Hell, if we could get Miles Bridges, give me that. But we're not getting him. All right.
Yeah, that's about. There's not a lot of options.
There's
Markieff
not.
Morris.
It's not really.
I'll take a Morris twin just for some
For
grit.
For grit? Okay.
Yeah, and
because he can get in your face. I can see that.
We need a PJ Tucker type.
Didn't we remember when we had Corey Brewer?
Oh, that was awesome.
Huh?
That was awesome.
Yeah, we had a guy who went up to Harden in that Rockets game. I'm like, give me that guy back. Where has he been? I don't
See, the thing, dude, there's a way, man, that you could get good free agents. It's just you got to have eye for talent. I am really high on O'Shea Brissett.
Yep.
I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes.
But I think we could get him for super cheap, and I think he would be way better than George Niang and a playoff player. Oh,
yeah, definitely. People are starting to get, like, really mad at Niang. Like,
really, I have nothing again. I like Niang, honestly, and it's just unfortunate he was missing shots.
Yeah. You'll take Iguodala? I don't know if I'll take him back.
That dude's like, as a coach.
As a coach, maybe, but it's just like he might get another ring this year. Like, really. Now, here's the thing about Iguodala. Hall of Famer, you think?
Isn't the Basketball Hall of Fame standards like really low?
Yeah, pretty much. But I would say no. Honestly.
Yeah,
you know why?
No.
You know why? Robert Horry. He got 7 rings and 0-9 in it.
Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer.
No. I would love Beverly.
He was my first favorite player, though.
Who?
Iggy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, shit, you're going way back.
Everyone hated him, though.
Why? Because I don't remember that. The only thing I remember is like...
He wasn't hated, but he was criticized in Philly.
You know why? Because he's AI 2.0. That's why.
And he couldn't really shoot or anything consistently.
No, but he's one of the most clutch shooters of all time now, apparently.
Yeah, we made it. We were trying to make him like our number 1 option. And he was like a number 5 option.
Yes.
He was such a good defender, though.
Yeah.
And a great dunker.
Yeah. Didn't he come in second? He came in second in the dunk contest.
I got an underrated dunker for you that we could sign for nothing.
Go for it.
You're gonna laugh at this one. Jake Layman.
Why does it? Huh. Okay. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Like, so long I haven't heard of that name.
I was talking to a T-Wolves fan, and he was like, yeah, I actually like Jake Layman. He just doesn't play. But he's super athletic. He can take it off the dribble. His shot is kind of inconsistent, but he can dunk the damn ball. And we could get him for, like, fucking nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Yeah, we basically can get him for any, like, if we can get, like, one of those diamonds in the rough, like, he does, give him a chance and boom. Like, that's the one thing.
That's our only options here. What about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Oh, my God. There's a 4th one. Dude, there's a 4th. I'll take him. I'll take the 4th one. He's in high school. He's in freaking high school in G League or something like that. But, yeah, that's ridiculous. because he guarded LeBron, and LeBron still put up like 20 to 30 points on him. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, why? That's like the worst thing ever. Like, no, should have gave it to Curry that year. I'm gonna say that to the cows come home.
Yeah, Curry definitely deserved it. That was insane. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, it freaking ridiculous. But if there's any, hold on, if there's any here, starting five, gotta be realistic. Any player realistic, who would you have?
Starting five
Yeah,
for the
Sixers.
Sixers
Any
next year.
player in a league, gotta be realistic.
All right, so Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, because we have to.
I mean, dude, it's your thing. If you don't want Harden, give it to him.
Um, no, it's just not realistic to not have him.
Okay.
So Harrison Barnes at the 4. I'm skipping the wing right now. Harrison
Okay.
Barnes at the 4. We traded Tobias somehow, some way. We got Harrison Barnes for him. Harrison Barnes at the 4, and then Embiid at the 5, and I'm missing my wing.
For
In a
me,
perfect world, it would be Thibault if he developed that 3-point shot, but he's not going to.
he's not going to.
So I'm taking Isaiah Joe. I don't know.
Oh wow! I thought you were going to
Isaiah
say
Joe's
Court.
developing, man. No,
I thought you were going to say Court.
I'll just go Thibault then.
Okay. All right. Like for me, it's so difficult because there's like so many players that I could just grab in place. Like,
Actually, I have it. Never mind. Okay.
go for
Tyrese
it.
Maxey, James Harden, Gary Harris, Harrison Barnes, Joel Embiid.
Gary Harris. I haven't heard that name in God knows how long.
He had a good year in Orlando. They're like taking so much talent that could be used on championship contenders. It's ridiculous.
See, I just don't see how it would prove I cut Harrison Barnes and Toby giving the same production. I mean, Harrison Barnes is a shooter consistent.
Yeah, he's more of a catch and shoot. He's not as he won't hesitate to take a 3. Well, Tobias, he's just a better fit than Tobias. He's not necessarily a better player, but because he's a better fit, he would be a better player for the Sixers, if that makes sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, we need players with fits. I'm getting tired of people saying, "Oh, we need the best player." I'm like,
it's
getting
ridiculous.
Yeah, we need to get fits. But I just want to say thank you for coming on, man. It's a pleasure talking to Sixers with you,
No
and
problem,
especially how King of the fourth quarter shout you out. I feel like I'm like, what the hell am I talking to right now?
Thanks for having me on, dude. It was fun. I'll be on here again.
Yeah, and like you and Eastwood still doing more stuff together, I guess.
Yeah, we did a post game stream for Game 6. That kind of got
I saw that, and I was in your stream when you were going over the game, and then YouTube just like took it down.
Oh, I'm yeah, they do that.
What happened? Did you get a strike?
No, this is just a little claim. They're not going to do anything. Like,
okay, I was going to say, I'm like, you better not get a strike for this. I was thinking that the whole time.
No.
All right.
We're
if
good.
you guys haven't, if you guys haven't subscribed to Romp, I don't know what you're doing. They're one of the best Sixers guys in the business. Didn't you do it with Stephen Conrad? Like, it was your own channel together?
Yeah. But it just was tough with scheduling, because he's in college, I'm in college, and he has a job and stuff like that. But we're still, cool.
All right.
And he'll probably be on the channel in the summer.
There we go.
Stuff
all right. That. So if you guys haven't subscribed to both of his channels, like, you still put content on your main? I haven't seen anything.
I've been slacking, but I'm trying to figure out what to do on that channel. But I'll be back on that channel. I'm just kind of grinding the Sixers, doing other things outside of YouTube. But
yeah, me too, man. So thank you for coming on. We got to do this again. And
Yeah.
guys, I'll catch you all later. Have a good night. Peace.